day, everybody. Heuntz here, and welcome to a new series. This is not going to be a long one. It's not going to be a full playthrough. Welcome to Endless Space 2. Today, we are doing a tutorial, a how-to-play recording of Endless Space 2. We've done quite a few playthroughs now. We basically won every single one of them. Yay. Had a few rough starts in our Sophon campaign, which down below. Actually, I'll list all the playthroughs we've done below if you want to catch up on any of this series. And I've had people ask, Heuntz, how do I play this game? I've picked it up. How do I play it? Well, I'm going to give you a 30 to 50 turn first start tutorial and explore every little niche of the game. So we can go from the first start, like, what do I build? What is tech? What are these resources? To hopefully we get to our first war and explore combat and all the mechanisms that go along with it. So that's why I said 30 to 50 turns. 30 turns is pretty quick. 50 turns will definitely set you up for victory. As you see with the Sophon, we kind of needed that. But usually if you follow this, you will have a very good and easy start to your Endless Space 2 game, especially if you play on the lower difficulties. And I definitely do recommend to start on, maybe not the, if you've ever done a 4X, start normal. But there's actually a sandbox, an AI that allows you to play freely. It literally does not stop you from doing anything, and they don't attack you. Easy? Yeah, easy. Normal, I'll recommend doing that. We've been doing Sears. We've been basically trying every single mode to get achievements. But we'll do on Impossible. Just to start off on the tutorial, you do have many different settings in the game. You can just do Standard, which is 6, and Normal. Speed normal, pirate difficulty normal. You can even go to Advanced category. There's many things you can do to move the game along. We're going to actually increase the animations. Just so this will go a little bit faster. You can do narration, victory conditions. You can tune this game to exactly your standards. We will be doing the 6 start. We'll be doing on Impossible, Normal. And now you get to the Galaxy. There's quite a few different types of galaxies. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I'm just doing random because let's see what we get. But yeah, if you want to say a ring, so it literally looks like a ring on your finger with a hole in the middle, you can have that. You can have disc empire, spirals, twin elliptical. We're just going to go random. Constellations. We will look into what constellations do, so we'll have a few of them. Just the galaxy size, how big to the planet people you might fight against, and density. How many systems are actually being spawned? Oh, hello. I didn't know this was random. We'll do random. Why not? This will actually make it more unique. Exceptional. Wow, I don't think I've ever played on Exceptional. But this will make it a little bit more unique. So when we go in, this start will be fresh for me and show you exactly how to progress. That'd be good. It's not like I'm doing a playthrough I've already done multiple times. We're also going to go with the most standard faction. Now, there's quite a few factions in the game, even new ones, which we have not even we haven't even seen or touched yet. We can go random. I mean, we're not going to this route because I want to pick. But yeah, there's many different factions, and we'll not look at them in this playthrough. But we might examine them later on. But as a tutorial, we are going to go to the United Empire. Each they're humans. So since we're humans, let's go with humans.
Lead us to dominion.
So this is another way
To victory.
that you can check the empires, and you can actually create your own as well, which is kind of nice. But with the United Empire, with Imperials or humans, it gives you a little background on them. You can see all the types of ships they have, which is kind of nice if you like the design aspect. And you get their affinity and traits. So what does that mean? Each race has an affinity, so they can do certain things. So for the United Empire, the humans, we can use influence to buy out star system improvements, research technologies, and purchase resources on the market. We will look into that in a later point. But we get 0.1 influence per production, or it costs 0.1 influence per production, which can be pretty pricey. But to counteract that, all Imperials get a +1 to their influence production. And we'll look at that again when we get into it. But there is like 5 different productions, and the Imperials, as they're starting, get a +1. Every faction has a effect, a trait. So let's go to the Sophons, which we played recently.
Better world. Then blow it up with science.
God, I love them. They have a +3 on cold, so they get +3 science on a cold planet, and just general +1. So if you put them on a cold, they have +4 science production. And if you go into min-maxing the game, so trying to get the most resources and being very focused on that, you have a cold planet, just pure full of Sophons, and focus that on science, and they'll produce multiple amounts of science.
For Zelavis and the Empire.
Thank you, guy. While the Imperials is just 1+1 production, doesn't matter where they are at, just gives you 1 production. And they have a political opinion. We will look again at that in a little bit. But they also have some faction traits. So that you show citizens. They have a +1 you show on our home system. So when we play with them, they gain this population, which gives us a +30. So that little symbol is a manpower, capacity on sterile, and they get +20 capacity for manpower. Manpower lets you man ships, have defenses, and protect your systems. So if you put a Yusho on a sterile, you just need 1. It'll give you a +50 manpower production. Manpower. So that's pretty nice. They are expansionists, so it's a -25% over colonization penalty. And we have over colonization, the morale of a system goes down. And we'll again look at that at a later point. They are patriots. So they get +25 manpower capacity on an empire. And we unlock, to begin with, a special technology, or a technology. And for them, they're the xenolinguistics, which gives us production, and it lets us enable a strategic resource, titanium. And actually, because I'm using a different recording software this time, and I don't know the timer, I'm going to set a timer for this episode to be whatever we are playing with +20. So we'll see how that turns out. I kind of want to get to 5 turns at minimum an episode, so we'll see. We have a starting situation, so where we start? We start in Rhea, which doesn't explain anything yet, but when we get in, it will. Of course, we have the government type of a federation. So there's 3 or 4 different type of governments in the game. And again, we'll look at that when we get into the game. And then industrials. Back to the political opinion. Let's say back to the Sophons.
Let's do science.
They start with a pilgrim, pathfinder, traveler, feeble warriors. So they're definitely science based, as you can see.
The Empire needs you.
If you go to custom, you can change all this to the to just different stuff. Oh, we need the awakening for that. Plus dust and science. Interesting. But yeah, so these are all the affinities, empire affinities, that are in the game. So every race has one. So you can pick one that you want. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what the 95 means to the 100. I'm really not sure. But we can do visual affinity. Interesting. You know, we never played with this, and we might do that on a live stream. And yeah, you can choose different races to begin with. And it's usually pretty good to start with an extra population type that's not your own on a planet. But there is a lot of traits in the game. Like, a lot of traits. And then political opinions, bonuses. Oh my, oh my. Okay, so here's all the governments. So there's a democracy, a dictatorship, a federation, a republic, and an autocracy. So just different types. And these are all the different plan types you can start in as well. So yeah, you got a lot of things you can do. But again, we're going to go with the United Empire. Base start. You can select what competitors you'll face against, or you can just do random. And we'll just do random. Now, we set up session name. This really doesn't matter unless you are playing multiplayer. But again, constellation set, just going to be pure random. I mean, this could even get into more detailed. And if you know what, if you want to play along, we will do the seed 1775. So if you want to play along and as the tutorial, have it on this one screen and you're playing, you can join us in this seed. So 1775. The age of the galaxy is random. No connectivity, so when one solar system connects to another. So, interesting. Okay. Everything's chaotic. What? Oh, home systems generate... No, let's go normal. And standard. Okay, I guess we were in chaotic last game. Let's just go standard and normal. So this will be a basic start. Now let's start.
Under the visionary leadership of Emperor Zelivus, we have become a proud and powerful nation. It is time to rise up, grasp our future, and seek our destiny among the stars. Imagine the future that we can build. We shall construct great fleets, send them out to make great discoveries, and through their conquests, secure our place in this rich galaxy. We will discover new sciences and new life. We will greet new peoples and turn them into new patriots. Together, we shall leave our mark on history. For together, we can become anything our hearts desire. Whatever the cost, whatever the effort, let us not shy away from the greatness that is our birthright.
God, I love the introductions to the factions.
Time of great peace and prosperity for the Empire. Usurpers had been vanquished, disagreements resolved, wars ended. The Empire is truly united. Now is the time for your great nation to forge a path to the stars, to bring your great civilization to other worlds, to impress upon any other races you discover that your way is the best way.
Again, I love the introductions. The cinematic is beautiful for every faction. I just gotta sit there and watch it. Oh, so beautiful. Alright, so introduction to our race. Xenophobic Empire Conquerors. Yeah. Alright. So this is our galaxy. Ooh, okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we are in a 4-armed galaxy. That'd be really cool to spin over time. But seriously, this is beautiful. And here we are on the outskirts of one of the arms. Let's go Arm Alpha. We're on the edge of Arm Alpha. We haven't even explored anything. We don't know what's in this galaxy. Except it's beautiful. Truly beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I can't get over the graphics of this game. It is, oh, wonderful. Alright. We'll go at 8. Alright, so we start in the game at turn 1. Obviously, if you click this button, it ends your turn. You can actually see your starting score versus everyone else. We're at 34. We're actually at the lowest. That's actually very interesting. Huh. Alright. So, this is what we start with. You might be confused, like, oh my god, I have no idea where to go from this. Well, easy enough to start. Just go into the home system. If you have a mouse, if you scroll out, obviously you can zoom out. If you scroll in, it actually will zoom you in to the Empire screen. Or if you zoom out again, you can also just left click and send you back in. So we have our home system of Jundar. We have Rhea as our home planet. We have Jundar 2, Jundar 1, and Jundar 4. This is a toxic. And we have 2 Heuntz, or Arids. They said it's inhospitable. We cannot colonize these planets yet. As you see, there's a little flag. Eventually, with the technology for a toxic hyper PACs, for the Arid, it is PEV scale accelerators. We could actually colonize these planets, and that'll be pretty nice. Especially Jundar 2, which has Transvine, which is a luxury resource. So on the planet, it produces +3 approval or morale per population, which is kind of nice because the planet type takes away -3. It balances itself out, which is helpful. Jundar 1 has a few anomalies on the planet. One is seismic activity. Has both positive and negative effects on the planet. Well, in this case, it doesn't have anything. Except it says -2 approval. If you look at anomalies. Because the Antov rings, which has rings, this planet not only has a beneficial effect on the planet. It's supposed to tell you what is given to it. Why do I feel like if this fixed it? No. Okay. So it didn't fix it, but the Antar rings gives you +2 science and +1 dust. And the seismic activity is giving us the -2 approval. I'm kind of annoyed it's not actually telling us exactly what's given to us. Like it should be. Oh well. Oh well. But if you hover over the planet, it'll tell you the planet type of what benefits it's giving to us. So this planet is giving us +2 dust per person, +1 production. And that is going to be, I believe, because it's just Terran. Because it is fully suited for human life, or any life in general, it gives us some base production goods. And this has the strong magnetic fields, which gives us minus everything and a lot of -8 happiness. So yeah, toxic is really bad. Fertile means there's going to be a lot of food on the planet. So as you can see, Jandar has 0 food, while the Terran has quite a bit. And if you hover over the planet's base, so 1 dot gives us plus 2 food. So every population on this planet will produce 2 food. And 8 production, 4 dust, 0 science, 0 influence. Jandar 1 is 2 food, 8 production, 5 dust, because the Antar rings, and 2 science, because of the Antar rings. While Rhea gives 8 food, 4 production, 6 dust, 4 science. So that is really nice. And we also get 2 influence because of our people. So we have 2 Imperials, so that gives us 2 influence. We generate about 28 dust, and dust is what you use to pay for updates, upkeep, buy new objects or new people, trade goods, and when we open the market, we'll look more into that. But first turn, what do you do? First, check out your starting situation. Can you colonize anyone? No. Alright. Can't colonize any plants in the system. Then we want to go to production. What are you going to want to build? Well, you have 2 basic production buildings that you kind of want. So the cerebral reality, it doesn't cost anything. So look at Xeno Industry. It has an upkeep of 4. The cerebral reality and the drone. Oh, drone network has an upkeep. Wow. Okay. I didn't think it did. Cerebral reality gives you plus 15 base science and plus 15 dust production. Just straight up. Drone networks gives you plus 10 food, plus 10 production. So these are very nice. We'll give you just a base food and production, science, and dust. And here is what Jandar is producing at the moment. And if you can go into more detail by just hovering over. So for food, we produce 35 food from the colony, just having a colony. We get 35 food. So it lets you do some growth, which is nice. We produce plus 24 food from the planet, but because we have some people here, they do eat 22. So we have a surplus of 36. It costs 300 food to get a new population. So with 36, it'll take about less than 10 turns, so in this case 9, to grow a population. We're going to grow an Imperial. It does tell you how long it's going to take, and the Imperial. If you go, say, over 300, and you can see that in our Umbral Choir playthrough, it will produce. So if you produce 600 food, it'll produce 2 population a turn. Which, having a lot of food can be good. And then there's production, dust, science, and influence. F for food, I for industry, D for dust, S for science, I for influence. That's called FIDSy, or FIDS. And you'll see that in the game. And that is the 4x production of most, actually, strategy games. Food, industry, money, science. Influence is unique for this game. You might find in others as well, but really Endless Space focuses on the FIDS. Now, you might say, okay, production and food, very, very important. Production lets you produce more, because if you look at the drone networks, 160 production. We produce 37, so it'll take 5 turns. Upgrade that by 10. That will help our production a lot. And then we have cerebral reality. But there's a catch to a successful first turn. Let's zoom out. Now, look at our starting point in the galaxy. You might be centrally located, and to expand, you gotta explore other systems. For Jandar, you always start with 2 fleets. One as a colonizer, and one as a patrol. And the patrol is a scout ship. So it comes with some probes, so you can launch some probes. I right click to cancel. Thank God it worked. I completely forgot what was canceled for a second there. And you might want to explore the galaxy. Exploring the galaxy is very important. You want to find new star systems to expand to. You just can't survive in one star system. It's impossible. You need at least 3. And I say 3 because that's what we had in our so fun and we won. So you need at least 3 to begin with. And that'll be for that strategic resource. So for some reason, we're supposed to start with titanium. We don't have titanium. No, we unlock the exploitation for it. But for some reason, we don't have titanium in our home system. You recruit heroes. We'll explore that in a second. Found blue cap. What? You'll find random items in the galaxy. And we'll look at that when we do. But I think we're supposed to have titanium here. Interesting. And kind of annoying. So strategic resources lets you produce better buildings, but also better ships over time. But we're going to explore. And we only have one path to go to. Ow. Okay, this sucks. Again, one path to explore. So we're just going to go that way. This kind of makes it a little bit easier. Usually, a first star would be build another patrol craft. So it can scout even quicker. But we have nowhere else to go. Obviously, I have nowhere else to go at the moment. Ooh. The alarm's going off. Okay. Ooh, Jane the Virgin's playing. Why? I don't even have that up. Okay. So without anywhere else to go, I'm just going to start with the drone networks, which gives us the 10 food and 10 production. Now we could actually buy that out. Remember, as the Imperials, we can use influence to buy buildings out. This will cost 366. No. We can't buy it out. It's too expensive. Interesting. Empire's will gives us plus influence. Oh, we get influence for production as well. Okay, I thought that was just the cost, which it is. We also will get, say, 16 influence for the production. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I like that. I kind of like that. But yeah, we'll do the drone networks for the extra production and extra food, which will let us produce a population unit really quickly and produce production, of course. Now we got the production done. Next is going to be research. Research and science is very important in a strategy game. It lets you get better technology, better buildings, better military units so you can expand. And this is the tech tree of Endless Space. It looks big and looks daunting. Don't worry. Take a breath. It's actually very easy and simple to follow. On the right is economy and trade. So it's basically as a production and economy. So money. Just production and money is over here. Top is military. This actually makes the most sense. That's everything you might need for military. So better weapons. Better military buildings. Command points, which we'll look at when we build our fleets. Different land units, so ground battle. There's space battle and ground battle in this game. And when we finally get to one, we'll showcase that off. And just more support units. Then over here is empire development. So food, influence, and anything that goes with empire. So the ability to get heroes. The Denrick University, so more influence, more buildings, and with this, all population in the planets in the system get a +2 to the FIDS production. So it's a very strong building, and it lets you colonize planets. Also, interesting enough, it does allow you to build better ships. So you'd think that'd be the military, but for some reason, they're in the Empire development. So you can find the better ships in your Empire development. So if you want to get stronger ship classes, you can find them here. And again, food as well. We do start with 2 technologies, the Xenosurgency and the Infinite Markets, plus the Xeno Industry and Titanium Refining. Last tech is Science and Exploration. Obviously follows the line. It's a long science, so research these and you get science, and also colonization of planets as well. But also exploration right here. So advanced scanners lets you scan anomalies, which I'm very surprised we didn't find any. So we would showcase that off, but we didn't find any. And then there's also hacking is in the game with the Umbral Choir expansion. These blue lines mean you could say if you have this branch of technology and this shows you just need one of these to unlock, you can research these. But if you follow this line, if you research, say, rare earth forms first, Bionic shielding would be cheaper to research. So that's kind of nice. Some don't have that, it's just the cost. But yeah, going down a tech tree like this makes these cheaper. And see, we already have the second level open here because we got this one technology. Same on this end. And it's kind of nice just to get one of each to begin, so you have more options. But, oh, and these are deeds. Yeah, let's look at the deeds. So, every level of technology you unlock on a certain branch, you might get open to some deeds, some wonders that you race against other empires to complete. In this case, be the first to have 3 unique star system improvements in your empire. We get this, we get the D challenge, which gives us 75 Dark Litter. Not the strongest, but having a variable resource to sell or utilize later on when we get to that is very nice. And so each one has its own deeds. So this one is build the Endless Park Research, which gives us extra science, and dust production. Very strong if you have a system that's focused on dust and science. What are we going to do first? Interplanetary networks is kind of nice. This isn't telling us what it gives. What's going on? It should be telling us exactly what it gives. Like this one, effects. Plus 35 dust. Plus 1 resource generation. This isn't telling us what it does, but it is like plus 20 or plus like 4 production per strategic resource. And this is just plus 3 dust. Annoying. I think after this, I think we're just going to focus on the first turn. End this. And I'm going to do some research and figure out why it's not showing me the more detailed statistics. So what are we going to do first? I'm going to go for the public-private partnerships. More science. And it lets us open up another colonization planet. I would like to do Mediterranean, but also Tundra is nice. Either one, half a dozen or the other. We don't have any planets to colonize outside of Arid. And if you want to find it, say we want to colonize Arid, we do need rare earth forms to get it. But we need science production first. So I'm going to go with xenobiology, which is going to take 6 turns. But I'm going to queue up rare earth forms for now. And you can't queue up a technology you don't have access to. So I have an idea of what I want to do for the future. So you want to go for first turn, get some science. Or if you have a very food-starved population, go food. Either the public schools or the food as your first science is always and will be one of your best, unless you don't have the xenolinguistics, and then pick that up. Because that will give your plants at least, your starting plant, at least a plus 10 production. In our case, it's actually going to give us a plus 30 production on our home planet. But this will give us at least plus 10 extra science. Since we're only doing 22 science a turn, very, very helpful. So we got our science. We got our production. And that's it. That's our first turn. Usually you might have something more, but this is a successful first turn that we had. So yes. And we'll look at all these options on the next turn. But thank you all for watching, as this is our first tutorial. I hope you all are enjoying so far. At the first episode, don't forget that like and that subscribe. And until next time, have a wonderful weekend. Later, alligators. Peace. Oh, I should mention, this series will be coming out today and tomorrow. And Monday, you know what? We'll do this every single day until we get to the end. Let's do that every single day, at least at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The video will come out. There we go. Till next time, guys. Later. Peace.